Critical race theory end run? At least 7 U.S. states have banned the teaching of CRT. But some educators are ignoring the law. Accuracy in Media did an undercover investigation to disclose what is happening. And AIM President Adam Guillette joins us to explain what they found. Adam, it's good to talk with you again. So you looked at 2 states, Idaho and Tennessee. And before we look at each, tell us what you did, and did the results surprise you?
Sure. We've been to over 50 different school districts in several of the 7 states that have banned critical race theory from being taught. And what we've seen consistently is that these administrators brag about all the different deceptive ways they use to get around the law.
Well, let's play a clip from your report. This one is from Idaho.
It's all mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just all the different words you have to use. And of course we don't do we don't. So, yeah.
Yeah.
We're just learning how to worm around all of those weird things that are out there.
Adam, who were these people and what else did they tell you in Idaho?
Sure. What we heard in Idaho, what we heard in many other states, is that they simply changed the name. They still teach critical race theory. They call it something else. Some of them started to call it social and emotional learning. That's what the administrators told us. Then parents caught on to that, and they started calling it mental health. In other states, when they specifically banned the New York Times 1619 Project, well, they just got around that by signing up for a news service called Newsella, which is a direct partner of the 1619 Project. These are tax-paid administrators with ridiculous salaries, so confident in their job security that they can never be fired, that they brag about the different ways they ignore the law to keep pushing racist, Marxist ideas that your children should not be hearing.
Adam, obviously, these legislators and the governor, when they signed this legislation, governors of these states, didn't they know that there'd try to be an end around on this?
It's hard to say the intentions of politicians. You know, I never have a tremendous amount of faith in politicians anywhere, even the ones I vote for. So it's hard to tell if they purposefully wrote these laws in such a way in which it would appease voters, but not really have any ability to be enforced. But what is abundantly clear, at least to me, is that the only solution for these failing government schools is school choice. And the biggest obstacle to school choice, believe it or not, in many of these states, rural Republicans. The biggest employers in many of their districts are public education. So rural Republicans stand in the way of vouchers and charter schools and education savings accounts. And they were able to simply say, well, we got rid of critical race theory, no more problems in public education. Well, there's a tremendous amount of problems in public education. It's clear that these bans won't solve it. The only solution is school choice.
Okay, I want to look at another state. Let's take a look at a clip from Tennessee.
It's not actively being taught, but it's not actively not being taught.
This law was really well crafted and accomplishes nothing. So if you see right here, it does not keep us from teaching the history, blah, 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 that's in the standards.
Okay.
So basically we're doing what we've been doing.
Yeah. I was worried that that had affected curriculum or changed things here.
No.
Right.
Really?
It has not. It is not in this district. We're business as usual in this district.
Okay.
And we don't, I love this, like we don't really let anybody tell us what to do if we don't believe in it.
You wouldn't expect this down south. What else did you find there in Tennessee?
That's exactly right. One of those clips came from Nashville. Okay, you could say it's a metropolitan area. It's probably more progressive. But perhaps the most extreme one we got was in Marion County. The woman in that video from Marion County, she went on to brag to us about how their curriculum was, quote, extremely progressive from an equity point of view. What is that if not critical race theory? Marion County, 75% of them voted for Trump in the last election. You might expect this stuff in Berkeley, California, in Boulder, Colorado. In a 75-25 Trump-Biden county, they brag about how their curriculum is extremely progressive. Everyone assumes that their district is okay. I met the teacher, I met the administrator, they're okay. It's not happening here. Well, I met your administrator too, probably, and I met him with a hidden camera. And what I could tell you is they are consistently happy to get around these CRT bans in every district in America. It's outrageous.
So is that the takeaway, Adam? I'm assuming this deceit's happening around the country, just calling it something else, ignoring the state laws?
When we find it in a 75-25 Trump county that they're still ignoring a state law, I can't imagine what it's like in the states in which they haven't banned critical race theory, or in the more progressive areas. Again, it's just like congressmen. The popularity of Congress as a whole is abysmal. It's low, but people think their congressman is the good one. I think public education is the same way. People as a whole realize there are problems in public education, but they think their school district is the good one. The real problem is these teachers mean well, but what they mean for your children isn't necessarily what you might mean for them. We've got to have opportunities to get our kids out of government schools.
And there will be a big backlash, I'm sure, this fall when voters go and decide what they'll do in the future. So, Adam Guillette, president of Accuracy in Media, thanks for setting us straight today. I know you've got more coming.
Thank you. That's right. Our website, aim.org, will be releasing part 3 in this investigation in another red state this week. Check out aim.org to find out if your state has critical race theory being taught illegally.
Okay, Adam, glad to talk to you. Thank you.